Jay's in the building. J and J. Jay, Jae, right?
Jae.
That's what I do. This is what I do. Like, oh, I don't know.
Absolutely.
What's up, y'all? It's Peak 22. We here for the second time.
What's up?
So, the first time, we got booted, and I got to take my blame. Sorry about that, y'all. But we back here live for part 2 of the show. It's gonna be a good show tonight. But how you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. You got any drinks tonight, or you sober?
That high quality H2O.
And ain't nothing like some high quality, alcohol. Ain't no shame in a little bit of.
I have been sober for a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations! I drank during the daytime the other day.
Hey, ain't nothing like some daytime drinking. I remember those days.
Hey, I'm not trying to influence you to do some daytime drinking, but I actually was peer pressure. I was told, take a shot, Jagoff, take a shot, by my little Greek friends, and they convinced me to take 1 or 2 shots of tequila.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Don't fall to the peer pressure.
And I'm a strong person. I know we don't do that, but it was a good tequila though, because it came down and flowed down. It was smooth.
That's good.
So more to the story is, if you're gonna take shots, make sure it's high quality.
Stay high quality. Top shelf.
Let's check it out. So today's show, we're doing Dating World Part 2. We're talking about dating with kids, ghostings, why relationship fail, and we're gonna add a little bit of social media and stuff. Because I'm gonna talk about these damn dating apps out here that that people, I don't know. I'm gonna get to that later. But you start off. Where you want to start off at tonight?
Let's talk about dating with children. Man, I have a lot of friends who are single and trying to date, have kids. I am a mother, but I have a grown son. I think it's a little bit easier when your son is grown, right? Because he's got a girlfriend too, so he understands things. So, I'm like, hey, so this is what's going on. Like, just want you to know. He's like, okay, cool. I just want you to be happy. I asked him one day, I'm like, so like, what would be the youngest that I could date in your eyes? And he just looked at me. I was like, I'm just curious, because me and some friends had a conversation about age dating gaps, right?
Right.
He's like, well, as long as you're happy, I really don't care who you date. I'm like, okay, that's good to know. It's good to know.
R. Kelly is not acceptable.
Well, it's got to be 21 and over. Because if I do want to go to a bar just to go listen to some music, you got to be able to get in the bar.
If you're gonna go 20, you gotta pee on them.
I'm just kidding. It's gotta be a little bit closer to my age range. But so yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I feel like nowadays a lot of people have children, and when is the right time to introduce your children to the person that you're dating? Like,
when is the right time?
I don't know. When your kids are young, I feel like it's different when your kids are young and when your kids are older. So when your kids are younger, they get attached more easily, right? So I feel like you really shouldn't introduce your children to somebody until you guys have an established relationship, maybe, or a true commitment.
And a true commitment can happen at any time. It's just like it's a natural thing. It ain't no set time. It's like when you feel it, it's right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's about that time. And normally what I like to do is have that discussion to make people feel comfortable. I don't like to spring things on people. I like to ask them. And you can tell when the relationship is serious, because the person that avoids meeting their kids is trying to avoid a serious commitment. If you think you're in a serious committed relationship, there's a couple of ways you can look at that. Some people not ready, but this is the thing. People know what the fuck they want. People make time for what they want. So if you want to get in that situation to meet the kids, and you want to be that person, you want to get to know better, wherever level you're at, do it. But if I know people to avoid it, it's like, where you at month 5? Like, you gotta meet the kids now, especially if you spend a lot of time together, you having conversations. So I don't know, like, it's tough with kids.
Well, you have younger ones, so this is a question for you. Like, do you wait until this woman's going to be around a while? Because is it different also for men and women? Because, like, I feel like women are the more nurturing than men. So do you bring a woman into your child's life who's nurturing, and then your kid attaches to that nurturement, and then Is that a word? Nurturement? I don't think that is. To that nurturing.
Yeah.
And then what happens if you guys like are dating 5 months and then, you know, she's ghosted you or something like that, you know?
And that's the problem in today's world of dating, that you think you have something good and then people just disappear. It happens all the time. So you gotta be careful who you let in and out your life. And for men, it's different because like my kids don't live with me, you know, they're with their mom. For women, the kids are particularly like with the mom all the time. So men, whether you want to or not, you're gonna take on that burden. Woman coming to my life, she's not gonna have to take on the burden of my kids right away because it's a different situation. When you come to my house, they're gonna be here like when I want them to be here, be around you because they don't live with me. So I have to deal with the schedules of their mothers and everything and situate that where you can come in and out. You don't have to play that motherly role right away. But when it's the woman's turn and a man is going over there and a woman, she has a kid, you have to take on that burden. So when you come over there, you got to bring food for everybody. So it depends on how many kids you got. You can't be selfish. You eat your ice cream in the driveway, though.
Right.
Oh, fucking kids. So Ashley says this, right? If dating someone with kids, I won't meet them until I know the relationship is solid. How do you know the relationship is solid? That's the thing.
Do you wait until you have that conversation like, okay, we've been dating each other for a while, let's make this official? Because also too, what happens if you run into the factor of, you know, if your kids are like 10 and older and they don't like that person and they're just a pure asshole? Because I've seen that too. Like, I haven't experienced that, thank God, but I've seen that too, where kids are just mean as shit because you're not the other parent, you know?
Yes, I dealt with that. So when I got married, the kids weren't really fond of me at first, you know what I'm saying? So I dealt with some weird things. Now I want to go into details, but I'm going to tell you this, though. There are women that you meet that got kids. Let me tell you some weird shit. And this is because I'm a male and I'm masculine, very. I've dealt with women where they go over there, you know, you just have to spend a night. They fucking big grown-ass kid jump in the bed and sleep next to mommy. And that's why we have issues like we have in the world today besides society, because it's a certain age as a young man, you don't get in bed with your mommy no more and fucking cuddle.
Absolutely.
I'm tired of saying it. It's a problem.
Absolutely.
Don't be that goddamn big in the bed with mommy. Those titties belong to me now.
That's funny.
Get back. So right. No, but when you go over there, you see some things. You got, as a man, I think it's more pressure for a man to deal with it than a woman. And the only pressure that comes from a woman perspective, you can probably point some things out if I'm wrong, is that if the dude's a deadbeat, because that says a lot. If you deal with a guy who don't take care of his kids, then that's an issue that a red flag for a woman, I would say.
Absolutely.
So, and I asked her to read this comment. She said it's not healthy for the kids to meet different men and women constantly. You know,
agreed.
I agree unless you're a pimp.
No, I agree with that 100%. So, and then you also run into that issue. I've seen some TikToks about this, and it's something that, you know, I have been thinking about. But when you meet a person who has children, and you know from the get-go that they have children, and you accept that person with those children are part of that package.
Yes.
But I have seen to where women will get with a man who has kids and treat their kid differently from their kid when the man's not around, and vice versa. And that's not okay. If you decide to take somebody as a package, you need to treat those kids equally, just like you would your own.
Exactly. I actually had the privilege of growing up in the household. My dad, I thought my two older brothers we had the same father. We didn't. My dad just treated them like he was his own. He gave them, my second was a car for high school, and my dad didn't play no favorites. So me growing up in a household saying that, I'm able to handle a woman with kids more easily because I grew up in a household where my dad didn't play no favorites. So it was me and my sister and two older brothers. So he took them on all four like they were all his. So it was cool. So I got a few. I'm gonna read this comment before you respond. There's a few. Ashley, my last relationship in 2019, I met his son unexpectedly 2 weeks into the relationship. My ex tried to kiss me in front of his, and I pushed him away and said, "No, not in front of your son." I think that's a little bit traumatic.
Not traumatic. I mean, to each his own, right? Like, you know.
You don't put. What you do? You try to kiss him? No, not in front of your son.
Stop, Jay.
Not in front of your son. What? Then you make it sing. I said, actually, no, I'm talking shit. But no, I think you could have went through with it with a kiss, a little peck, and then move away. Like, no, baby, not in front of your son. It's like it's certain way you say you gotta say it's sexy. Like, no, baby, not in front of your son.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like big faced him, you know, like
Right, it's like football. You stiff arm like, like so. And she laughed and said, "No." What would Dave say? Yeah, but the women have to understand it's a package deal. True.
Damn, that is true. But it's the same thing for men as well. You know, you can't like you said, you can't show up and bring one person food if there's a house with 2 kids and the mama. You know, you have to treat it all as the same package.
Can I tell you about my selfish moment?
Sure, go ahead.
This is I was married then, I think too. I was fucking married. I did this shit. I'm gonna reveal it. So one day I went to McDonald's. I'm an ice cream head. I don't do McDonald's no more. That's like underneath me right now. But I did a Sunday at the time, and I was like, you know what? I gotta buy everybody in this house ice cream. The wife and the 2 kids. So my selfish ass turn my lights on the driveway. It's pitch black in the dark. I'm in the driveway, like spurring on Sunday, like my peanuts and shit. The caramel around there, ate it in there, and
threw it in the trash and walked inside. But you know, it's okay. That there's nothing wrong with having a moment to yourself either when you are with somebody. Like that's okay. Because I know when I get home, even when my son ain't home, I sit in my car for 5 minutes by myself. Like I know he's not here, but it's just
yeah. Meditate tomorrow. But I wouldn't do that now. I think I was like younger then, and I was like, I don't know. It was Donna said that's self-care. That's self-care.
Absolutely.
But I got in the bed that night. She was like, "You smell like caramel." I was like, "For real? I eat it so much." I didn't meet her eyes when them up begging. People, how kids, you got something, they look at you like they ain't your kids. You go over there and you got something, just look at you like you like this the sculpture, this painting and shit. They be like, like, what's your kids? I'm good with kids, by the way, though. I'm very good with kids, especially teenagers. I just talking shit.
Me too. I did have one instance where there's a little bit while back. So I was, dating somebody and he wasn't supposed to meet my son yet, but like he was coming to pick me up and my son was home earlier than he was supposed to be. And like, it just happened. And my son liked him, thought he was cool as shit.
Yeah.
And, this will go into the next phase of what we were talking about, and then all of a sudden it was like Casper, he just ghost. I'm like, God dang, why did my son have to meet him on an accident? And then he liked him. And then now all of a sudden there's some gone.
Let's get the ghosting. But when I get the ghosting, I'm reading what Dave said. He done something like that before. Got some McDonald's and grubbed out before he got home. That's how it be sometimes.
Why is it the McDonald's though? I'm just kidding.
Whack Arnold's is like, why McDonald's is beneath me. That was my earlier years. I don't eat the peasant food. I'm joking. I'm talking peasant food. No, so with ghosting, why do people can't communicate? If you don't want to deal with nobody no more, they're not for you. Just say it. We all grown adults. I hate the way we communicate in the Western world. People like just communicate. Like, you know what? This is not gonna work. Blah 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 blah. Like if somebody's reaching out to you, hey, how you doing? I respond, but sometimes I can be too blunt. But I'm not gonna waste nobody's time and so forth. But I think ghosting happens because of fear, though. Sometimes too, if I had to justify it.
So I've asked a few people about that, and the number one response is I got with fear, and then a lot of people at times ask for a good woman or a good man, but then once they receive that good woman or that good man, they don't know how to deal with that because they're so used to toxic, and they're used to dealing with the type of relationships they've had, and when you have something different, fear comes into play. The incident that I'm referring to, some shit happened in their life, but I couldn't even get a phone call. Like it was, let me ghost you for a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then let me try to explain myself. And at that point, it makes things so much worse. Like Worser. Worse. I can't talk today. You see that?
Worse is good. It's a podcast word. we're gonna
like expendable, huh, Ashley?
Oh, we're gonna talk about expendable. You know, expendable. Let's go come fall into place. Expendable. But so ghosting, like, I don't understand why people do it, but most people do it though. They're probably involved in like other relationships, I think, too. Another reason, like, people got other shit going on. So this is what people do, right? I think I said this last night, or man, I said this in a personal conversation with one of the other girls. People will have like, instead of talking to numerous people, they have like 5 cars, right? And you go out of 5 people, you go talk to all one of them and see which one's the best. A lot of women, dudes do it, like guys do it, but guys do it for different purposes. Women do it, and they have the best card, right? And I told you about the game of spades, right? Where you can got the big joker. They had a big joker, which is the best card to have, but they want to see what this fucking 5 of hearts look like. For some fucking reason, they want to look at the lower cards and see what it look like. So they go through all the bullshit, right? And then revert back to the highest player card, which is the big joker, to see what's up with that. Because, I mean, I know it happens vice versa, but speaking from a standpoint of a man trying to talk to a woman, women particularly pass on some of these guys, and they realize it later after they've been fucked over a lot. And let me tell you, it happens. And it may be years later, but it always happens. And where a woman reach out when they feel like, damn, I missed out on this. And guys do it too. But see, guys' reasons are different. It's so much on a little meat market and a buffet. We got some of this, we got some of this, give me this. And you have all at once if you can maneuver some things. Women, on the other hand, they kind of want the more family aspect and ready to settle down earlier than guys, particularly. And they mature quicker. So they're looking for something. I think that the quote is people, you got stuff you want, right? You got the qualities you want if you build your man.
Mm-hmm.
It's about what you need, what's for you, not what you want. So let's go to the dating apps. So I have my time. I spend time on Bumble. And let me tell you something, on Bumble, the women responds first. And I'm going to say something very blunt. Women, so I was on Bumble twice. So this is what do. Women avoid who can't talk, they can't hold conversation. They do cute shit on their profile and say, hit my IG. They put their IG up. And I'm thinking like, well, I'm not on here that often. Hit me on IG. Well, what the fuck? Are you on this dating app today? Or are you trying to promote someone on IG and get your followers up? It's like slick shit. Like people that are genuinely interested, read the profile. Then you got people that do this. Oh, if you're a Trump supporter, swipe left. If you got 2 kids, swipe left. The thing is, and I'm gonna be honest with you from a perspective, a biblical perspective, you don't know who's for you. You don't know how many blessings you turned away just by being judgmental right away. A lot of people are very judgmental, and that's one of the things that's wrong in the dating world. And you get that a lot on dating apps. Like, I'm gonna date within my culture. I don't think God said to look at something and say, oh, black date black, white date white, Hispanic date Hispanic, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I don't think that's written that way. I think that the character and a person's mentality has nothing to do with your skin color, period. So I don't know why people just look within a certain race. You might have something you're attracted to, but be open-minded because you know who's for you. You can't judge a character or a person's mentality based off of skin color.
Well, I haven't been on dating apps in a couple of years. I joined, I think 1 or 2 for a little bit, but it was trash. Like, that's not for me. I'd rather go out and meet folks in person. Like, I wasn't a big fan, and I got a lot of hate because your girl here is very blunt, and so my caption was always, my favorite flavor is chocolate. You know how much hate that I would get about that? Don't do it, Jay. I mean, I just had to keep it real, right? My favorite flavor is chocolate. So
and ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's not, but boy, if you only knew the amount of hate that I used to get from my own people. Because I'm half white and half Mexican, I'd get it from both sides. Like,
that's the problem with people. They look at color too much. That's the fucking American way. And that's why the American Western culture, as I said yesterday's show, men are traveling outside because men want traditional. Regardless of what culture you are, men want traditional. I speak what men want. I know Donna said men do the same thing. And in actuality, they really don't. They do something that's more common with women. But I think that real man, kings I speak of, they look for more traditional. They want to be in that situation where you get a little kid. It's the little things that matter.
Yeah, but when they get traditional, they still go ghost. It happens.
They're not kings though. Those not kings though. Those mans confusing the boys, don't know what they want.
That is
And
true.
we and so when you get a good like women right now, and I know Donna should give me a look like no men don't do the same. Here's the thing: you got a lot of women that are very successful, right? And I said this last night, but they take this stuff out the market because like they want somebody to make as much as they make. So if a woman making like $125,000, $150,000, the chance you find a man is very slim because I think I told you stats is 15 to 17% of people that make over 100K in this country, in which half of them are women. Now, unless you like bisexual woman, you're looking for both, you got 17% chance, but then you got to take away the fact that people are married in relationships. So now the pickings go down to like 4 to 5%. So the more successful women are, the less likely they'll find a king because there ain't kings out there. Let's be for real. Now, not as men out there, but men that are ready and take care of business. That's when that percentage go down too. And then, man, you're gonna find us loyal because men have it where now it's like a woman. Look, they can mingle and dingle, and some women today's world are actually, what do you call it? To have the two more people relationship is poly.
Yeah.
And so that's what people are getting into right now. The poly world, it's like women like, fuck it. Like, let's share. We having a hard time.
Yeah, I ain't sharing shit. He said, call me. Call Jay.
But
loyalty is too real over here. I can't share. I just can't do it.
No, I can't. You know what? And this might sound wrong coming out. I'm not doing two women personalities in one house. I'm just not doing that shit. Deal with one. I'm only built for that. But two, unless it's a big household and one got to be on the opposite side of the house, I'm just not doing that. Ashley said she's not sharing hers.
I don't blame you, Ashley. I ain't sharing nothing either, girl.
Well, you know what, Ashley? Pretty soon, the way the world's looking, you might have to share one. Y'all get dates, get a calendar.
You know, this dating pool is just filling up more and more with a bunch of shit. Like it's, you know, I saw somebody ask a question the other day, and they said, "What do you think is ruining relationships the most these days?" And every single body in the comments was like social media. But I don't agree with that because I can be on social media and respect my partner. I feel like it's a mentality. The mentality of people these days is completely fucked up.
But you don't require attention too, like most women. Most women want attention. Most women use dating apps and social media for attention.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. I told this to a friend of mine. Me and him talked about it. Some women, they boyfriends, they man, it's the likes they get, the attention they get, the jump into the inbox, the messages they get. That's what they strive off of in life. They live off of, like their attention. It's like it puts them on another level of pedestal. They like the likes, the attention. So they won't entertain nobody. They like that shit. But that's social media to that certain extent has damaged the world because I think I saw it. Go back to the date. That's crazy. Oh, hit me at Beauty RN 003 on my IG. I don't check Bumble. Like, get the fuck out of here. Why you on Bumble anyway?
Why you on it?
Like, why you trying to get all these guys? And that's what I do. Me, investigative me. I'm gonna go check this. I screenshot the shit. I check the page and I look at the followers. I'm like, oh, matter of fact, I would have uploaded them too because I don't want to put people on. I don't care about putting people on blast, but I didn't upload it to the show thing. But I wanted to show like profiles that dictate. That's all they got, their profile pictures. And I don't like on dating profiles, these little hookers. I don't think it's cute to be acting a thong. Now the old Hendo back in the day, a dated profile, I swipe right that all day. It's like, to me, that's trash. This is what you present yourself on a dating app in a thong, sheer nipples. It's like, come on now. This is what you put yourself out there for. That is not a wife. I'm sorry, it's not. Like Keke Palmer, she's not a wife. She's a fucking, you know.
Be nice.
Be nice.
We're not women bashing.
I'm not bashing. I mean, when you put yourself out there like that, it's like, no, it ain't that. Okay, I'm gonna take that back because the outfit she got, I can deal with a woman of mine if we out there public together. But what I can't deal with is like you making
her grinding on him.
No, not even grinding. The song she make, I don't need no N-word. I need the bag or something. And that message is like being pushed and pushed and pushed. And then you go back to the thing with Usher. It's like I don't give a fuck how Keke Palmer look, how sexy she look in that thing. I ain't fucking with Keke. Period. I don't want no woman like that.
Yeah.
Like, respect the dude. At the end of the day, I love a woman that respect her man because in the return, she's going with that same respect.
Yeah. But again, that's all a mentality, right? Like it's I don't even want to say the culture. It's the way society has portrayed things. Like, everybody wants to fit in with the stigma, and everybody wants to, like you said, it's about the followers and the views. Like, I got asked the other day when I was on TikTok Live, are you doing this for money? I'm like, no, I don't make money off of this. Like, I come on to just spread some good positive energy because, like I've talked before, I'm a happy, healed woman. And so when you get on social media, it's always nothing but negative. You got that stupid AI shit. Ooh, roses. Like, it's a bunch of dumb shit. So if I can get on, and I've had people message me before about, like, thank you for just the positive, words that you've posted today or talked about because it's helped me through something, and like sharing a different outlook on things, because going through the healing that I've gone through and the journey that I've been on, like, I can sit back and look at different aspects from different points of view and like give feedback on that.
All right. I want to read these comments right here. I'm going to start with Ashley. She says, social media, the couples on there, some women want those relationships, not me. She said, you showing the world what you got, keep that private. So Donna, talking to Keke Palmer, she's a wife, not just your type of wife. And this is where I disagree with you strongly. Ain't no fucking wife out there doing that. It ain't no type of wife that's out here hoeing and acting like sluts. Let's be for real. Let's cut the bullshit. There ain't no woman out there, and I don't care how you justify it or how you want to call it. Ain't no real man that call himself a king got his woman out there performing like that. That's not no wife. That's somebody else. That's not a wife. That's not a wife. Just like you want your husband out there dance on somebody with their shirt off. That's not a husband. At the end of the day, when you form a family, when you have like one kid, that's it. Life is over. And I think some women don't realize that. When you decide to have a kid by somebody, it's time to change your life, period. Because now you're raising the kid in this world. The problem is the world is fucked up because women don't realize that they want to go out. They want to fucking do all the things they want to do like they were 17 again. No, you lose that time. When you have that kid, time is lost. Now, you grow them to a certain extent. Like your son right now, he's at a grown age. You can go back and do what the fuck you want to do. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, you raise a kid, you can't go out there and with social media at the light is at right now, and what just happened, that's not a wife. Sorry. No real man is going to take that home to their mama.
Yeah.
I put that.
Which is a respect factor too, the respect factor has to be there.
Jessica, she said, everyone claims to be ready to be committed and do it temporarily, then begin to slowly react differently. In time, that's how dating is nowadays. What's the definition of dating? You got to ask for that?
Everyone claims to be ready. Oh, we've talked about that before, That's why you put out up front what you want. If you don't want the same thing that the other person wants, keep it moving. Why act like you want it? And then once they give it to you, you don't want to keep being who you were.
I want a girl with extensions in her hair. Earrings, at least 2 pairs.
You're on one today, Jay. You're on one today.
She said, I bet he whites her.
Especially in today's society, right? Is dating, I'm just talking to you, we're getting along, we're getting to know each other. Is dating, we're going out on dates, we're trying to build something. Like, what is the definition of dating? She asked, can you answer that? What, from a male's perspective, if you say we are dating, what does that mean from your perspective?
If we're dating, we're working to be one. That's the thing. And dating should be taken seriously. So when you're dating, you're working to be one. If you're not working to be one and you have no interest, you need not to date. You need to just be real and be like, oh, we're going to be friends. But dating is working to be one. You're building towards something. You're dating with a purpose. You shouldn't have to say date with a purpose, because when you're dating, there is a purpose. Now, there's no such thing as casual dating. You want to fuck or you need company.
Just be honest.
Just be honest. You need some company. So that's it. It's as simple. You dating with a purpose. That's
Absolutely. All. Date, like I tell people when they ask me, what I'm looking for, I want to date with intention, like the intention to build a friendship and then a foundation and then move forward.
Build the house. You can't. The house ain't built. You got to start with the foundation.
Start from the foundation. A strong foundation at that.
Yeah, strong. I know weak one. You can tell when it's weak, and that's the problem you have. When you see that weak ass foundation being built, that's when you got to pull away. Like, nah, I think somebody else if I can come build this house, put your ass to the side. So that's Dame getting the definition. Let me see what he says. So date is going out on dates, talking and getting to know each other. You gotta be committed and clear your intentions.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And also be clear and upfront as to whether you're dating multiple people or, if, like I've said in previous podcasts, I'm the type of person I want to date just that one person because I want to give my full attention. But I don't feel like everybody does that. And then, like you said, then when they hit the meat market and they see their options, it's time to go ghost because they found a better option until they don't. Like I told you before we got on here, I get a text message a while ago talking about some, hey, how you been? Who is this? Like, don't come back now that you're single.
Right.
Don't do that.
Coming back. But that's how it is, though. And people, they know. So this is the thing. When you date somebody, you know if a person got so much going on. They give you, first of all, I said this before, a man know what he wants, especially a man early, the first 2 or 3 months. He's going to give you that time. Watch you put in the time. And watch the woman put in that time because once you invest time, you spend a lot of time with each other, Now, when people start becoming like their behavior starting to change, you don't force yourself when the behavior starts to change. Don't force yourself onto that person. Be alert and be like, shit, well, if you don't want this, deuces.
Yeah.
Cut motherfuckers off. That's what you have to be. My favorite word, expendable. You got to fucking cut them out. If you see the behavior change and you know it's changing, no, don't sweat them. Make the ass expendable because now they're making you feel like you've done something wrong. Cut the ass off. That's what women too.
Yeah.
The shit works, especially for men. Like, make the ass expendable. Some women, and this is true. You could be talking to someone, dating or whatever, and you feel like you're putting in more to work, right? Make the ass expendable. They used that. They use someone with their attention. They're gonna come back to your ass. That's what helps. And then vice versa, it works for men. The problem is, I think in more cases, men deal with it than women, I want to say. Because women, when they deal with it, man, you could tell they fuck around with somebody else. Women, yeah, you could tell. She said my face lights up when I said the word expendable.
That is your favorite word.
Hey, people should try it. The shit works. You can save yourself a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, less pain. You get a lot of answers. Use the shit. Don't sit there trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I got asked, once, like, well, somebody just called me out in person. He was like, yeah, you just kind of went ghost on me for 2 months. I'm like, it's not that I went ghost on you. It's when you're the one who feels like you're trying to put in all the effort and like you're the one asking to see this person and you're the one doing this and this and they're always busy, that shit gets old. Like, I don't want to have to chase somebody. I want somebody to want me as much as I want them. Exactly. Period.
And when you find that, guess what? You reel that motherfucker, you reel her ass in or you reel him in. You stay attached because let me tell you something. You find somebody where you can coincide with, y'all can laugh, y'all can do this together, and y'all can kick it and stuff. It's like a classic album like Nas Illmatic. You stick with them and you ride that damn train till the tracks fall off. Because you're not going to find nothing better than that. And it might look good when they come in here with their little hoochie mama shorts. Let me tell you, that shit does nothing for me. Let me tell you what makes me, I'm going to be blunt, what makes me fuck a woman good. Her personality. They can be sexy, they can be attractive, but the personality's got to be nice. Now, if you got a shitty personality, I guess it maybe at my age, I don't know. Maybe young B can do a lot different. But me right now, if I can sit and talk and I can laugh, now I'm going to look at the attractions on your ass. Like, God,
right.
She got some nice titties too with that personality. I'm like, oh shit. Oh, God. It is the true facts though, because here's the thing: when you got that connection, I think when you do have sex, you worry more about pleasing them and getting them to multiple orgasms, and it make you feel like a championship heavyweight champion of the world. Like,
there's nothing better than an absolutely amazing connection. Like the moment that person just hugs you and you like feel that through your body. Like, of course. But
women, they get wet. Like, truly hug, like, they got a little trickle.
But that's part of dating in today's society, right? Is everybody's so worried about the outer shell that they don't pay attention to what's in the inside. And like,
yeah,
you can have somebody who's fine as hell and shitty as fuck on the inside, or only wants you for your money, but that's what you're worried about being seen with.
Yeah, it's what other people think. Fuck what other people think. I made that little post on my page because I ain't gonna lie, I used to be one of those guys. Like, I care about what people think. I cared about how people viewed me. But like going through what I went through the past year and a half, 2 years, I don't give a fuck how people view me. I don't give a fuck how people think about me. I don't give a damn less. And it makes you more of an open person and make you see things and make you open-minded to more things. When you care about what people think, you kind of put a hurt on the person you're talking to because, like, why would you care? Everybody gonna have opinions. That's just what it is. It's just like I think I already asked you comment. I'm reading Dame. He said you definitely have to be vigilant and notice everything. You'll definitely know when something is off.
Absolutely. As I've said before, body language and energy says a whole lot.
And Ashley agrees. She don't chase constantly. She says very tired in the chase. A woman should be chasing no man, though. A woman should spark. Here's the thing. Women, stop fucking chasing man. You spark your interest. We're pretty fucking smart. We're forgetful sometimes. We're pretty smart. When a woman sparks interest, we know it. You don't have to chase. You come a certain way, and that man's gonna meet you over half stepping away. But see, the dating world is so messed up now where men don't trust women and they want to be met halfway, and then the man can take forward and take the rest away. That's how the dating world is now because there's lack of trust in this dating world. You know, people's attention. And I think somebody mentioned earlier that's what communication comes in at.
Yeah, absolutely.
She said you get 3 strikes. She said, Ashley said you get 3 strikes, you're out. Well, you're lucky to get 3 strikes. 3 strikes? Why 3 strikes? What? Explain that 3 strikes.
Yeah, Ashley, I want you to elaborate on that too.
I don't know what that 3 strikes mean. Greg said it does something for me. Those booty shorts from Walmart, $5 with the stripe down the side. Don't walk in front of me. Okay, Greg. I agree with you, Greg, because leggings is for me. You walk in front of me with some leggings on. And I love these thick thighs too. Because they save lives.
Yes, they do.
Man, leggings is but I know I know what Greg talking about too. I was at Walmart the other day. I saw them. She Ashley said, okay, back to Ashley. 3 strikes, meaning the chase, no lack of communication. Ain't no 3 strikes. You either man want it, men won't show they don't. If they show interest, they show interest. They don't. Fuck them. They doing something else. They win other options. You should have to ask no man. You could communicate, ask like, what are we doing? Based on his response, if it's bullshit, cut that shit off. Expendable. People laugh when I say the fucking word expendable, but it's so fucking valuable that you use that shit. Stop eating people's bullshit, especially man. Let's be for real.
I had to swallow that for a second.
But seriously, stop eating bullshit. You know what's bullshit. Maybe that's expendable. Like, go along with your life. Like, fucking stop waiting. The men know what the fuck he want. We're kings. And if you don't know what the fuck he want, there's not a king. More reasons to fucking leave alone. And men, fuck women who just want attention. Fuck them. They'll be back. Trust me, they'll be back. Go find a woman, and there's plenty out there for us to find that is worthy. Now, just because a woman's good don't mean she's for you. You know, because there are a lot of good women there. You just got to find the right woman for you.
Mm-hmm.
I like good women, find the right one. But if a person playing games, fuck him. Expendable. Ain't no other nice way to say it. It would not use the fucking nice word. Expendable. Make their ass like this shit. Leave alone. Fuck them. Like, save yourself pain and stop thinking like, I wonder what he's thinking. Oh, I wonder what she's thinking. Oh, she'll like me. Fuck her. It's the United States of America. There are different countries. There are different women. There are different men all over. Find something else. Unfortunately, the United States of America, with the westernized culture, is fucking up a lot of fucking values here with women. You know, not every woman. Not talking to every woman. But, you know, you can go search. There's plenty, but don't fuck around with people that's going to leave you linked and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know, it's, I don't know. I had to swallow that too. Like, I hear you, Jay. Talk to me again.
I'm about to call the show like, Jay, that motherfucker is, where the fuck he at? Fuck him.
Right.
Fuck him. Like, seriously, you got to, it sounds harsh. And some people don't like it being told that way, but that's just the truth. Like, you know when people on bullshit. And they got to come with a story, right? So you know when people, you talk. So you know when people on some bullshit, they do real shit, right? And they got to come with this excuse because you ain't talked to them a day. So now these motherfuckers got to form an excuse, right? So it's like, fuck, what I'm going to say? Yeah, you know, shit was going on, had problems. Well, y'all communicated every day. So why you felt the need that you couldn't communicate this particular time than all the other times you communicated?
Absolutely.
When you still red flags and they make you feel a certain way, cut they motherfucking ass off. Period. Ain't no other way to put it. But see what women do? They take the bullshit, they take the back. Man, know they can get away with it. And that's why, man, that's why it's less pool for men out there for women. Because a lot of women allow men to do the fuck they want to do. So they got this going on right here, this going on right there. They probably ain't working. They got 3 different situations going on right there. And the women accept that shit. You know why? Because women feel like, wow, I might as well put up with it. I've been in this dating pool, can't find shit else better. So I'm just deal with this bullshit. And a lot of women marry it to bullshit.
Hell no. My peacefulness is so much better than the bullshit. You experience things and sometimes you have to swallow your pride and it hurts and you have to set things aside and like you said, pay attention to the bullshit. But at the end of the day, I'd rather have my peacefulness over bullshit.
Exactly. The point being said, I tell the people like, and I don't act like I'm not arrogant. I just know fucking facts. And everybody here, we are human beings. You know facts. It depends on if you want to pay attention to them or not. I'll talk to people and I'll be like, I look at their situation, right? Because I know my situation. So I'm a father. I got 3 kids. I got to deal with 3 different personalities of women. All my relationships are good. They got fucking excellent mothers, though. Excellent mothers, no drama. I'm a great dad, taking my kids, all that, right? So I put that out there to people. And people, you get the stereotype. They think I'm out here slutting it up. And that's not the case. My situation, I'll explain later, but those are all serious relationships. They love them to death. They were good mothers. Didn't work out. It is what it is, right? You got people that come onto the scene and be like, oh, well, all my kids are by one guy. I got 3 or 4. I'm like, yeah. The fuck does that mean? So now my next question is, okay, since we going there, how's the dad? That one man. Oh, he's a deadbeat. So now if I fuck with you, not only they got deadbeat dad to do shit for his kids, now I'm going from 3 to 6. So all that shit don't matter. It's about when you take care of the man taking their business. That's why it's different for men and women. Because me, you get a woman dealing with me. I thank God, most high, I'm blessed. You're not gonna have to deal with no drama, no nothing. I take care of my business. I thank God for where I'm at in life right now, and I'm going higher. It's gonna be different. You're like, damn, this dude take care of his business. Then the single man with his few kids, or a single man himself, it might be a whole different scenario. That motherfucker might not take care of his business. Bad with money, you just never know. So my thing is, don't fucking stereotype. See what the fuck is out there, because the only person can judge is one person.
Absolutely.
Y'all should know what that is. So why? We do it quite often in this dating world. A lot of judgment going on. Like me, for example. All right, my personal preference, right? I don't like skinny women. I don't prefer a skinny woman. I mean, they're beautiful, but a preference of mine. Like meat on my bones. But I'm not being stereotypical. I'm not disrespecting, pushing to the side.
Right.
So would I talk to her and yes, you never know what might be there. But if you ask my preference, I'm gonna tell you. Does that mean I want specifically that? I'm gonna be open-minded to other things and what's going on because it's a lot of women in this world. Just vice versa. It's a women, it's a lot of men in this world. Different shapes and sizes. Now, unless you like, what's that show that come on TV where they can't get off the bed or something like that?
Don't do it.
I'm just.
You notice how all of them are in relationships too. So
yeah, how are you getting it? How you getting it?
I mean, I'm confused. What am I doing wrong?
Like, how you go bend over? Oh, baby, I can't move.
Stop it. Don't do that.
It's the truth.
Let's not talk about it.
We're not talking about it. We being for real. I'm like, seriously. Okay, let's be for real. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, Jay. Now, a guy flirting with you, right? And we know that's not what you want. We're not going to sit and talk. No, we're going to sit and tell the truth. We're going to say talk when people tell the truth. Guy, fucking 400 pounds, right? Big ass titties. Hey, baby girl, what's your name? Are you entertaining him on the date? Yes or no?
So.
Wait, Jay. Wait. I'm waiting.
Okay, I'm going to answer, but I'm going to explain my answer.
Okay, what's up?
And you're going to get a kick out of this. Okay. So, no, because I'm a big girl, right? So what the hell 2 big people look like together? All that friction? No, sir. We ain't doing all that.
But that's like quadruple the friction for, hey Jay, I love it, girl. You look good. It is like,
No,
It's like,
I just like you said, you know, I have, you have a preference, I have a preference. So,
but I
no.
can be open. I'm just not gonna be open to like something like that. I'm not gonna kill nobody's confidence, whatever. It's just not something I can like do. Like I say things motivate every day, and I think with the things going on in society, people should see things and like kind of put themselves in a better position. But I'm not judgmental of nobody, not at all. I just not a preference of mine. But to be real, if you ask me, hey, this girl right here, she really likes you. She's like 380-pound Lizzo wearing these short wearing these short shorts. What you think about that? It's absolutely not. And I'm not gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Am I better than her? No, but I'm just not. It's just like no, like Lizzo, the performer, for example. I don't. That's Lizzo is like, come on, Liz, like really, be classy with it, get a little sexy with it. So no, I ask you, I'm saying you're a thick girl, but ask you, that's a different type of thick. That's thick, and people that present that thickness right. It's nice. What I'm talking about is the people that's like way beyond that, and a lot of people, let's be for real, you're not going to entertain that. So, and then vice versa, women not going to entertain it for God. But now, let me tell you what happens though. A personality goes a long way. When you meet people like that though, and they have this story where they losing weight, and they have they doing something about it, that might be a different thing though, and it
Mhm.
might capture your attention in a different way. So this all depends. Initially, no, but if you're around somebody constantly like that, and you stay losing weight, I know people they lost weight. Big shouts to people that's like major changes. Like I know people lost a lot of weight doing their thing. You know, in this world, what happened last 3 years, I'm not going to detail. You got to kind of look out for yourself because what's
Yeah.
going on. I'm not gonna talk about it because I ain't gonna get kicked off.
Yeah, don't do that.
So, but no, it's just that.
Well, that's like me. I haven't, you haven't even heard this part yet. That's part of my reality of Jay if I join that reality show of yours.
After you join the reality show, because I waited on the thing.
I've gone through a weight loss journey too. I'm still not where I want to be, but I had thyroid cancer. I was really sick. I was a lot bigger than what I am now. I've always been a thicker woman, but when I got really, really sick, you know, I went through a lot. Like my body had shut down for about a year and a half. So I've worked my ass off. It's actually funny because I always get told that my confidence is sexy. And I'm like, if y'all would have known me back when that was going on, I did not like myself. So yeah, I don't judge people off of that, but you know, like you say, we all have a preference. And
Well, and it's not. I'm not. I don't say to be judging, because you know some people do have conditions and whatnot. But initially, and I'm being honest, and some people like the honest truth. It's not judging, but initially, when you see somebody, you're just not gonna find it attractive. Now, however, the difference is when you're around, you see somebody, you're around them every day, and you get to learn about them. You might feel different though. You might see them as 350 pounds or 400 pounds. You might see them as somebody with this issue. They're working hard to get there, and it brings attractions on a different level because they go through journeys of themselves. So initially, and I always keep it real. I like to talk, podcasts and be like, "Oh no, you don't talk about them. That's not right." No, initially people be like, "No, I'm not fucking talking. That's not attractive to me." But we can learn, and you're around people every day like that. And they go through the journeys of life like you went through yours. It's different because you see changes. You see them working hard, and it kind of, if you're mature, it kind of sends you to another level of thinking like, "Damn, like I find their grind, their passion to be attractive." And it makes you look beyond that because they're working to get somewhere where they eventually is going to get.
yep.
So, particularly,
Like I always say, you can be ugly. Can't change that unless you do surgery. But you can lose some weight.
yeah, as always, it is healthy. Here's the thing, too, though. Why people think I'm talking shit about the 340-pound people. Let me tell you something about the fucking beauties that's out here with no brains. That's fucking ugly. Girls out here and they all cute. They put other girls down and they dumb as shit. Those are little fucking threes and twos on the scale. Because here's the thing: if you cute and you like, I want him to buy this, buy that. If you can't hold a conversation, you don't have shit for no real man. If you can't hold a conversation, if you can't handle professional things like as far as business things in the household, what real man's gonna want you? Because most women are being like catered to men with money, and money kind of solves all the problems. You know, I can go get this Chanel bag and he'll leave you money for electricity bills. But the thing is, can a real man come home and talk to you about his day?
Exactly. But what's that Chanel bag gonna do for you? If anything, if that was me, I would want, like, let's invest in some rental property. Let's find something that's gonna bring us in some residual income. Like, let's find a way to build a future together financially for a financial stability. You know, like,
Yes.
I don't understand. But like I said earlier, it comes back to the mentality. That's the mentality these days. Everybody wants Birkins. Everybody wants this. Everybody wants that. I want to be my man's safe place. I want to be my man's comfort zone. I want to be my man's, let me wake you up in the middle of the night when I'm feeling some type of way, and then get up and make you breakfast the next morning. Like, all of that.
God damn.
All of that. That's what I want. Not go buy me a Birkin so I can sit here and look cute and I can't hold a conversation with your mom for 5 minutes because I don't fucking know shit and all I'm worried about is materialistic things. Like, no.
Man, do you hear this woman? She's single. Do y'all hear her? Do you hear her? Damn it.
You know? But that's today's society.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
today's society, that's what the fuck they're worried about.
Invest, right? Invest. It's so fucking important to invest. It's so unique that you come up there because it's like me, for example, I have these plans, right? I want to buy land or buy a house outside the country in 2 years, 2 or 3 years target. I got to do research. I've been in a few countries and I looked into some real estate, but 2 or 3 years, I want to make this happen, right? So have a woman to coincide with you and help you build and find that. It's pretty dope. They say, hey, when you look into this, like, that's some sexy shit. Like, I'm being serious. Like, when a woman come to you with ideas, like, babe, you look at this, like, hey, look at this. I'm looking for this. When you talking about shit and she's researching it while you talking about it, that's an erection. That's the shit that get erected off of, fellas. You're thinking hard at the wrong things. Investment. And she's talking investment, making money. Bro, besides the shows we come in, she's motivating you to do shit. What the fuck are we doing, people?
I mean, let's build together, right? If you have it all boils down to that. If you have that person who's willing to pour into you and build with you, then you can do so many things. You can go so far with that. So far with that.
People just don't know. That's why, man, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna go on the side and talk about the man right quick. Man, everything you just said, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever. All the fucking things, right? Man, that's in this thing from a building. You got a woman right there, like I told you, sexy things, right? Like, babe, I think I'm looking to this country, buying, and she goes on the phone like, well, in this country, blah, blah, blah. She shared ideas. That's mean she's into you. She's speeding into you. That's some sexy shit. When you talking about something, I want to see this movie. And she goes to the phone. She's like, babe, this is what we planned this time. She's listening to you. That's the sexy shit I'm fucking talking about. Listening. When you're talking about it, she's researching. Now, men, we have women where we mention shit and they're like, yeah, but this bag costs this. Expendable. Fuck them. Cut them off. They're not into what you invested in. When a woman's into what you was doing, you got to keep her ass around. Be loyal, because this world, the way it is today, you try to go places. Everybody watching this goddamn show need to be figuring out what they're gonna do over the next 3 to 5 years from a business standpoint. It's good to have that woman or that man working together to do something, push something or do something. It's very fucking important. So you got a woman like that man, just cater to your motherfucking needs. Stand by her side and lead.
I'm telling you, when you have a man who is willing to lead and can make you secure with that, like Donna just said, the dream team, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, Ashley said that. I'm sorry, not Donna. The dream team, but.
That's the dream team. Everybody knows dream team. So,
but the loyalty you spoke of, the loyalty is what lacks these days. There's not a lot of people with that loyalty.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
Because you got the skanks that come around and they see the thing. There's ain't that many men out there. So a little skank don't have what you have, right? Mind wise, they don't think like you think, right? They come. It's like the Satan. They come to distract the man and be like, "Hey, take on me. I see what you're giving her." But see, they don't understand what y'all got built and what it takes to build. They just see what's on the outside. They don't know what the fuck was going on the inside. They see the outside. They come and try to intervene and try to step in, but they don't bring that same energy you do.
Yep.
So they're not gonna. What you got built, they come in and try to take over. That shit's gonna fall because they don't have what you have. all you got is some ass and titties that you probably bought. No disrespect to those who's probably fucking getting it by your job done, whatever, you know. But some people are getting it done so they can use it to think. Like men who don't have a personality use their money to just distract. Women with no personality got some ass and titties to distract all, but some get it to distract because they can't go away with words or take care of business like you can. So use that shit to interrupt your relationship because it's an eye catcher. You see a fat ass, you see some titties, you're like, damn.
But I don't understand why. So this is for both men and women, not just the men. But if you have, I'm going to use myself for an example. If you have a woman like me who is, hold on, I'm gonna mention this really quick, and then I'll go on with that. So I saw a man ask a panel of women the other day, if your man woke you up at 2 a.m. and asked you to cook him a meal, would you? And every single woman on that panel looked like they had fake titties and fake asses. And they all said, well, it depends. Depends on how I feel. Maybe. But then he turned around and asked, so if somebody was breaking into your house, would you expect your man to run downstairs and protect you? And everybody was like, well, of course. And he's like, so it's based off of your feelings. So if your man is hungry, you're not going to get up and feed him, but you expect him to protect you. Oh. Right? So if a man has a woman at home who's willing to do all that, who is willing to be his peace, willing to make sure he's good, willing to wake him up in the middle of the night with that good old mouth, you know, make him some food, do whatever he needs done. Why is it that y'all cannot resist that shitty ass temptation and ruin everything just for a quick piece of ass?
Now that's Satan, though.
It is Satan, but why is it so fucking easy to fall to temptation?
It's true.
Say no.
Temptation is everywhere, especially with social media. Temptation is like everywhere. But you're right. Just say no. The thing is, you got to think. If there's temptations out there, you got to think about what you got. That's why men got to go in and think. We got to think like, okay, I see that ass is looking nice and it's looking wet. But I also got some wet ass at home. So go cook me something in the middle of the night. I'm going home. Period. I told you about the story about a friend of mine. I told you that story. Oh man, I got these pictures. I ain't talked in a while. She's showing this, whatever. I'm gonna go over there. I said, so what are you gonna tell your lady when you go home? You gonna tell you love her? Fuck his head up. He went home to his girl.
Good.
It's not even worth it at the same time. I'll read a few of these comments. Name said being present relationship is always going to be a plus. I have to agree with that. I'm gonna tell Ashley this. I saw this. She said she would cook her man a meal if he's a hardworking man. If there's an if, you don't have a man. Period.
If my honey is hungry, I'm gonna get up and make him some food.
If ain't no if, because if you gotta say if, you don't have a man. Either you gonna make him a meal or not.
Yeah.
So Walter said he didn't want to be like doing the cooking. Dame says an 80-20 rule. What's the 80-20 rule? You know what you're talking about?
Dame, can you elaborate for us, sir?
Yeah, what's the 80-20 rule? I lost that. And Donna said he gets off at midnight, she can up at midnight.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Let me see. And she said, for that part, you get a home cooked and hot meal. And Donna said, ain't gonna be no peanut. I don't mind a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I actually want one tonight, though. I want grape jelly and peanut butter. That's not bad.
I mean, you know, he may want a grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You never know.
No, Ash, you said I said especially. You said especially if
he's a hardworking man.
Especially if he's a hardworking man. Let's just not use the word if. Just say you would do it. Yes or no. Hardworking man, not. That's the point of doing it because he's a hardworking man. So there's no if or especially. You're doing it because he's a hardworking man.
Man gives 80%, but missing the 20% like sex.
Oh man, Asha, man.
So do you have that conversation with your partner? Like, you're not satisfying me in this area. You know, like.
Ooh, that's another topic though. Wait, hold on. So the 80-20 rule. I don't know if Dame on here, and I think Ashley. Someone what Ashley saying, like if the sex is whack, what do you do? Because
I'm gonna talk to you about it. Talk to you about it.
Because okay, I make jokes about the missionary woman being boring. Like that's the most boring shit in the world.
About what?
The missionary woman. The woman that just sit there and she's like I oh my god, this is the horrible moan.
Well, it's up to you to flip her around and
No,
turn her over and
what turns me on is like, okay, a woman to be like, let's did my nipples. It's like they're complaining during sex. It's like, my little Statue of Liberty is gonna turn. The Statue of Liberty is gonna fucking just sink into the goddamn ocean. These rivers will sink. Like, I don't want to hear nobody complain like, it's a lot of spit. Who does not like a lot of spit? What does it matter? You want me to live my spit? Like, hold on. My mouth gotta be dry.
Ashley, call in. Just call on in. Dame said Ashley answered it, so that's what he was talking about.
Oh, Ashley answered 820. Okay, so I'm not that 20%. You know, you got. I'm like, hey man, you gotta watch some RedTube and learn some things because we got the missionary style, like just cutting it all the time.
So, do you see what Walter's comment says?
Sex is important in a relationship. If it's whack, I can teach them what they're willing to learn. This
that's
called it right now.
TikTok.
Hey, what's up?
To accept, press 1.
Well, my bad. I forgot she could, whatever.
Collect
calls. What's up?
Okay, so I want to talk about the 80-20 rule for just a second. So here's the issue. Is both men and women do this. Men, like if they're not satisfied, women if they're not satisfied. I'm going to use me because I'm a woman. So if I'm in a relationship and I'm not happy sexually, right? So the 80-20%, I'm not, the 20% is what's lacking is sexually. I go to a guy friend of mine and give him the recipe of what I'm looking for and sit here and say, sex is whack, but he provides, he's a leader, he's this, he's that, this, and that. He's a great guy, but he lacks sexually. What I'm doing is I'm setting up this other guy to provide me what I'm lacking. And then if he gives me that, I leave the man I'm with and go to this other person and be like, well, damn, now I'm missing the 80%. And that's the issue with relationships today is both men and women are going to the opposite sex and be like, this is what I'm lacking in my relationship. 9 times out of 10, they're not telling them the good part. They're just saying, this is my issue in this relationship. I've expressed it. This hasn't changed, so on and so forth.
That is true.
What are your thoughts?
But have that conversation. There's a million sex stores in this country that sells all types of things to spice it up. Like,
Yeah, and that's what I'm reading the next 2 comments. What Donna said, the 20% may not necessarily be sex. It could be somebody that's like addicted to alcohol, or got bad money problems. And Dave said, like, that's where you get the saying that the grass not greener on the other side. That's where you're hitting that right now. The grass is not greener on the other side because, like you just said, Jay, you got to come together and have a talk. And if a person loves you, they're going to be open-minded into whatever they, if it's sex, they're going to be open-minded to whatever they keep you around, in this successful relationship. If it's financial problems, that's what the thing might sting because some people financially can never recover. And that's good with money. But that's why, for me, for example, I'm good financially, but I need a woman that's like going to be even better financially or just like look after, like, hey, babe, take care of this. I'm forgetful. My brain forgets. I got ADT bill. I owe them like $70 or $8. They be like, hey, you owe us money. You motherfuckers call me like, oh, y'all $300. Like, okay, I forgot to pass the bill. Let me fucking, like, I just want to be on top of, hey, pay that. And it's nothing, doesn't pay it, but it's just like, you want somebody that's organized that kind of filled in that little 20, that 80-20, like, I don't know.
But is a relationship worth throwing away because of that 20%? That's what this all boils down to, right?
It depends on what 20% is.
Huh?
It depends on what that 20% is, though.
You're right, because I got a divorce because my ex-husband was an alcoholic and could not leave the alcohol alone, which led him to getting in trouble. So that's a little bit different, though, than the sex, right? Because the sex, we can work with that. We can figure that out. We can get things that we need to do. So that's why I'm saying, like, the temptation. If you have everybody that's fulfilling you in every way, don't fuck it up.
Yeah, and certain things, I think, it's certain things that can be fixed easily. I think sex, you can teach somebody some new things in sex. They make some strides and changes.
Absolutely.
But it's all about, at the end of the day, it's all about communication. Now, some things you can have it, like when you get the crackheads and they on their drugs, that's a tough thing. But I think that's more than 20% too, though. So they ain't 80-20 rule. That's totally different. So I ain't gonna add that. That's some shit, 40, 60.
I should have said it's the lack of communication. That is so true. That's a lot of the reason why relationships fail too, is the lack of communication.
Yeah, it's just simple communication. And some people just check out, but then some men that are not kings, they act like little bitches and they want to talk, they want to communicate. They this. And in this society today, men are a lot more sensitive than they ever fucking have been. I see them do it today, try to act hard, but got a fucking purse on, which is on and shit, and try to walk in. That's not what a woman is looking for. You best believe.
No.
Yeah, and that's what society is now. That's why I say it's less options out here for women. I feel really bad for the kids growing up because they're pushing certain things, and what they push in the schools. So it's gonna be less options for the young women growing up. It's gonna even be worse for them. Dating pool is gonna get worse. It's not gonna get better.
Yeah, I definitely don't want a man with a purse.
The world. Now, some countries they don't have social media to the point where we got social media, like we got access. So it's quite different in other countries, though. But they have different rules where women are less respected too. So that's the world for you. That's the dating world. So it's like, I guess for men, they have. I mean, you go outside the country, and some of those kings that go outside the country, they actually respect women. Those women outside the country flock to them because they're getting something from the Western man that are kings, but they're not getting from in their own country. They used to be in disrespect all the time. So to get a man to respect you and cater a little bit your needs, they're like, fuck, whoa, I'm going to the United States. It's not transform to the Western culture that some of these new women, I don't know what the hell they're doing out here. Man, if you got your woman that is traditional, hold on.
Hold on to us. Like, why would y'all let us go?
The woman, man, I ain't gonna speak on that. I'll just let that.
Dame says temptation will always be there, but you have to be committed and faithful to your spouse. Absolutely. It's all about respect. If you respect your person, then you'll be able to stay committed and faithful. But then it all comes back to that lack of communication, though, because a lot of times people don't want to have those uncomfortable conversations and don't know how to talk when things get bad. That's why I always say I want to be my man's sense of peace. I want him to always know, like, I'm not one of these women who's gonna sit here and throw shit back in your face. Like, I know we've had that conversation on one of our podcasts, is a lot of the times men don't open up to women because the fear of it being used against them later.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So I'm gonna say this, and I think I might have said it before. Being vulnerable. Now it's hard when a man becomes vulnerable to a woman. Women, you got them. Please cherish that, because it's hard for men to be vulnerable because we're so macho, right? And once we fucked over once, it's hard to be vulnerable a second time. And a lot of women don't understand that, especially in this world today. For me personally, I can be vulnerable, but if you diss me at any point in my life, it's gonna be hard for me to recover.
Of course.
I'm vulnerable, and I'm like, man, I'm being vulnerable. I'm doing all these nice things for you and everything. It's from the heart. And I say nice things. I'm not talking about materialistic things. I'm talking about bringing lunch, doing this, doing that. Once you're vulnerable to a woman has you. She has to realize that. It's not even, and women, you gotta cherish that moment a man is being vulnerable to you. So now women has the issue these days. Not all. They see that they violated somehow. They let go of you. So now you come back, this man got to now transform and be vulnerable again. And it's hard for us men to do that because, like, man, fuck that. Like, it's hard for a man to step out his shell and even show some sensitivity to a woman. So when he shows sensitivity to a woman and she damage it, you're going to be like, fuck that. Like, I don't know. It's hard to revert and go back to that. Not saying you can't, but for me, it is very hard for me to go back to being vulnerable a second time. It has happened to me once. And once you burn me a second time, it's just definitely the third time. So in this world, for especially a king, a guy that sits there and caters to you, and you fuck that up, good luck if you get it a second time.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't blame you. If I don't get that. I don't, because that's when women complain, well, you don't want to talk to me about anything, and I'm supposed to be your person. And then when you're angry and upset, you turn around and do that shit. Like, where do you expect them to go? Now that's something I can understand, a man stepping out of his, his relationship. The person you have at home that's supposed to be your comfort, they do this to you. They violated that. So now you're going to go confide in somebody else. And so once you do that, once you confide in somebody else, now that turns into an emotional thing, right? And I feel like emotional attachment is what worse than sexual.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once you're emotionally connecting with somebody else, it's a wrap.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. One thing, never tell a man that's being vulnerable to you. Never tell him if you know he's masculine, you know he's tough. Never tell him when he's telling you something that's going on in his life. Never tell him to toughen up, because that's gonna be a thing where I can't. And I deep in my head, it's like, oh, I can't tell the shit. That's because it happened to me before. Toughen up, you got to bust up, dude. It's like, no, that's not what you want to hear for a woman.
Yeah.
Because if a man comes to you with an issue, you don't want to hear toughen up or any type of macho shit, because it's hard for us to even have conversations, like you just said. And it's wrong for people to do it, but the communication is so important to where a man and even a woman got to come to you and have a conversation. If they can't, they're gonna talk to somebody. And sometimes, man, we can't get answers from our boys because our boys be like, man, fuck that bitch. I told you about that. You don't even want to hear that, right? So you got to go to a woman who's going to actually listen, and she probably play both sides and give you an honest opinion. But then it can go deeper than that, because you might see something like, damn, like she listens, she's this, she's that. It happens all the time. That's why I say when a man is being vulnerable, women take advantage, like not in a bad way. I'm gonna take advantage of, but take advantage because
of that, of them opening up, because that's hard for y'all to do.
It is. It's very hard for me to open up. Like I'd be like skeptical, like, let me see. Should I tell her this? No, I'm gonna be cool. And man, you know we're being vulnerable because sometimes we stutter. Like we be like little kids, like, oh yeah, it's you know how, man, when we try to be macho and shit,
right.
We get it. So I'm gonna read a few comments from Dame real quick. He said, but the main scheme of things, I think that's where personal growth and accountability comes in. If you have a good spouse, then you need to hold yourself accountable and be grown.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna read something else. He said, all the goals to being a player, etc., all that childish and things you do when you're in your teen and 20s.
You would think.
Yeah. Walker said, I didn't step out. I just walked away. He'd never cheat.
Oh. The best way to do it.
That's rude. That's when a woman of faith need to pray for our man. Well, I definitely agree. And that's the one thing we say. When a man is vulnerable, he's leading you with prayer from the Most High. He's being vulnerable to you. He's providing his care to you and needs. Not talking about financially. He's rubbing your feet as well as you rubbing his shoulders. When the energy is reciprocated on all levels, communicate and keep it going. Because a relationship could never be boring. There are many things you can do to make a person happy. I ain't talking about sex. There's many things that can be done if you're both open-minded.
Absolutely.
Short road trip.
Intimacy is way more than just sexual. So
yes, let's take a short road trip. Let's go watch some whack-ass Saints play.
Hey, watch it. Watch it. Okay? That will get you cut, sir.
We go watch the Saints game. All right, we go watch the Saints game, then we go to watch the Bears the week after that.
Yeah,
but it's compromising, and you're gonna have fun because guess what? That's your friend. That's who you laugh with. That's who you coincide with all the time. That's who you help cook with. It grows and grows and grows. And when you got that chemistry, you develop something, that's in your heart. So when you don't have that, you missed it. That's why men who step out with these little girls with short shorts on or whatever, when they mess around, they realize they fucked up right away. It's like, damn, I don't have this chemistry with her like I have with what's at home. Why the fuck did I have to do that? Why? Because you're not gonna go on road trips. Because that girl would be like, oh, I don't like those. I don't like the Saints. I don't watch football. Basketball. I ain't watch those sports. And you'd be like, what the fuck? I just fucked this dumbass bitch. That's real talk.
I'm different, right? I like to do all the shit that men like. I like my football. I like car shows. I'm a sucker for an old school car. I grew up with my grandfather doing all that shit. So, it's easy too when you have a partner who likes to do the things you do. But like you said, you do have to remember that it's not always going to be fun. There's going to be boring times, but that's when you need to know how to. If it's boring, just let's lay on the couch and watch a movie. Come on,
I just be open-minded to some things, the shit you used to doing. In your relationship, everybody's not the same. And if you got a person with y'all the same, it's gonna be boring. Y'all might cheat on each other because you're bored. So no, be open-minded. You're gonna like things differently. Like, for example, you say like the Saints. Well, fuck it. I'm gonna go to 3 Saints games, then we're gonna watch the Bears. It's just different. Be open-minded. the times is boring. I mean, fucking make me watch The Notebook. I would try to watch it and Harry Potter movie like Harry Potter. You try to watch shit like this, like fucking. I'm not gonna say it, but hey, I'm gonna watch Harry Potter. It's gonna be hard, but you gotta be open minded and watch these things. And you might not like it, but it's like, okay, that's gonna be the boring things. Like, babe, I tried. And you be like, babe, I tried. I just can't fuck with Harry Potter. And he's fucking too weird for me.
You know, I'm always open to trying something once, right?
Right.
You got to try once because you don't know what happens. You fuck around and you like it, you know? And then that's another thing that y'all have in common. So,
Ashley, I'm not watching The Notebook unless I meet a woman to make me watch The Notebook. And I might give it a try. Other than that, I'm not finna fucking go watch Notebook right now.
I bet if a woman called you and was like, Jay, let's Netflix and chill, and she wanted to watch The Notebook with you, you would not turn that down.
It depends on who it is. Because if Trash calls me this late to watch Notebook, I'm going to say, Trash, go to sleep.
Right.
Trash came early this morning. Lose my number. Hey, you got to, if you make me watch a Notebook, that's points. That's bad point. They say, his Sam's gonna be asleep. She right. Actually, I'm gonna be fucking not. You know me best. They say, you know, when you open yourself to something your spouse likes, sometimes those are the best times with your spouse. That's true right there. Damn, Dave hit the. Hey, Dave. I'm gonna text him after the show. But Dave, hey, Dave's spending some jewels tonight. That is so. Sometimes relating to what he just said, when you open yourself up to something new, those could be the best times of your life because you be going to a situation like, damn, I don't know about this. But then you go there, you be like, damn, she's smiling. And the man normally feeds off his normally energy because I'm more concerned about my significant other being happy.
Right.
So happy.
Yes.
I'm gonna find some fun into this shit. I ain't gonna be like, oh, loose like for example, I think when I was married, my ex-wife at the time wanted me to go salsa dance and shit. I have no fucking rhythm. But I had my unaccredited ass out there going to salsa lessons. You know, salsa, you know, but I had fun, you know. So I roll with what he just said, you know. You got those are the best times in life. It's just you got to find a person that's open-minded to even just try things.
You do, because you have to be willing to step out of that comfort zone. Like, I know people who don't like big crowds, right? So if I'm dating somebody and he doesn't like big crowds, I will always keep that in mind because me, on the other hand, I like concerts. I like shows. I like car shows. I like to go to the beach, right? But if you're dating somebody who, you know, doesn't always like the same things that you do, you have to be open-minded and try new things. Like I said, it's just, you got to try it at least once. You just never know.
You learn new things. I didn't like concerts before, so I went to a Bruno Mars concert. Bruno Mars, one of the dopest performers. He's like Bruno Mars. The concert was dope. I got sexually assaulted by a 60-year-old woman. I think I liked it. Bruno Mars said, "Grab the person next to you," and
she turned around and grabbed your ass.
Grabbed me, and she stood up, finger up my arm. She's like, "Ooh!" I thought, did I just get sexually assaulted by this woman? I looked at her like, "Girl, you better stop playing." We had Bruno Mars. That's funny. But my fact is, the concert, I don't want to be around a lot of people, but it was one of the best experiences in my life. Yeah. And I just always shitted on concerts. So now Bruno Mars coming into town, I'm going to Bruno Mars concert. I go to fucking Maroon 5 concert.
Right.
I go to a comedy show. I actually, I think I put down onto this person. It's Joe. He's a Philippine comedian. Joe, I can't remember his name. I don't know. Donna's on here. If I say his name, Joe. Guy, he's a Philippine. So anyway, I'm watching Netflix. This was a while ago when I first found out I was a comedian. And I'm like, somebody put this on, I'm like, fuck, I gotta watch this Philippine guy. He's fucking like funny, whatever. So they played it. Joe Coy, that's his name. They played it. I'm like, this motherfucker is funny. He says ignorant shit. I like ignorant shit. He's an ignorant motherfucker. I like Joe Coy. So now, hey, Joe Coy coming to town in Chicago. Guess what I'm gonna fucking watch? Joe Coy. So it's like sometimes we like, what you call it? Like we stereotype, like, fuck, I don't do that shit.
Right.
And your significant other possess something, you know, fucking liking it though. So Dame, yeah. Hey.
Everybody knows who he is.
You know who Joe Coy? You ever seen him?
I don't know. I'd have to see him to see if
you need to go on. I don't know if you gotta get up in the morning, but you need to go on Netflix tonight Type in Joe Coy. Watch her stand up. He is funny as fuck.
Okay, I'll have to do it tomorrow night.
I saw this dude. I'm like, why the fuck is she put this guy that career? I don't want to fucking watch this Filipino. He probably ain't funny. He's not. I'm gonna put it on. I'm like, oh, fuck, okay. I'm listening. I'm like, you know when you like you predicted something to be some bullshit and you like got that mean face. It's gonna be some bullshit anyway. They say something funny. You tried to laugh. You're like,
you don't want to laugh.
You're like, I heard it's all right. And then your fucking face comes and you just get relaxed like this motherfucker. It's funny. Joe Coy is funny. Like, trust me, he's a very hilarious dude. But there's a previous relationship I learned about him, and I'm like, be open minded. That's the way you should come relationship, being open minded. Like, that's very important.
Like I always say, don't block your blessings. Right? Step out of your comfort zone. Like, communicate. Don't ghost people. Don't be a shitbag. Don't block your blessings that could be in front of you because of your mentality. Like, grow the fuck up, right? It's just very simple.
Don't be a shitbag. I like that one.
Don't be a shitbag.
One of my favorite quotes from you is hurt people hurt people.
Absolutely. I say it all the time.
And I think that's a problem in the dating world today is that hurt people, like you say, hurt people, they're not healed. And I've been one of those persons to do it because we be like, shit, we good. She fucked me over, we good. Fuck her. Like, I'm going to the next. The problem is when we go on to the next, we're not even dealing with the pain that we dealt with in that situation, or we bring that shit with us not knowingly. Because if that same woman do something similar and she'll understand what she did, because you want to communicate that to her, you move on to the next, and you keep doing it. And you hurt. I've done it. I've been that person before. I've done it. So I've never done it.
You hurt that person because you treat them as if they were the last, and that's not fair.
Yeah,
it's not fair. Hurt people, and my advice is if you're trying to date, fucking heal yourself. Like, go on a healing journey. Like, yes, your heart can be broke, and it does hurt, and it fucking sucks when you feel like you've put your trust into somebody and they fuck you over, but it doesn't give you the right not to heal yourself. Like, if you want somebody healthy in your life, you need to be healthy for yourself mentally. Now,
I would say this, due to the lack of men out there, women, if you're willing to do a 2-for-1,
you're fucking terrible. Hurt people, sir. That's all I'm going to say. You're terrible.
I'm joking. I'm going to say it.
No.
They're not doing no two personalities. Ain't nobody doing no two women personalities. Fuck that. Can you pay me? Shit.
It just happens so often. Like, I don't know. It's sad to see. Our dating world is sad to see. Like, I don't want to be single forever. I say all the time, I want to be a wife again, but goddamn. I shouldn't have said that. Damn. Damn. You know? And I'm always asking, I pray every night and every day. I pray for the things that I want. But I also, when I do meet somebody, and this goes back to partially into ghosting, I pray that when I do meet somebody and I'm talking to them, that if God doesn't see this person to be in my life, he removes them. So I think a part of the ghosting is that person being removed from your life for a reason as well. So
what if God see a person in your life, but he is meant to be shared by two? I'm joking with you. I'm joking.
No, but I did hear on a serious note, asshole. I did hear something the other day that said, you can be a good person, but for the wrong person. And so if I'm a damn good person, I'll stand on that 10 toes down because I know what I bring to the table mentally, emotionally, and I know what I can offer somebody. Like, if my future man puts his hand in my heart, I'm not going to let that bitch fall. Okay. Like, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect it. But, it's just, I don't even want to keep going. I can just ramble all night long about that. Okay.
Let's ramble. We talking. We the shit we talking.
So with that person coming into my life, I'm a good person, but I may not be a good person for that person. But I feel like maybe I was his season, reason, or a lesson. You know, like I come into somebody's life, I show them how to be loved, but I may not just be the right person for that one. But now when they meet somebody, they're like, oh, well, this is what that feels like. I know how to receive this. You know what I'm saying? Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
a season, a reason, or a lesson. And sadly, a lot of the times it's been lessons for me, but I've learned from them. So,
What you reading what Dame's saying?
yeah.
There's nothing
Oh my
wrong
God,
with you,
Mom.
but you're just the right person for the wrong person. There's someone out there for everyone. We just have to find our person.
Yeah. When you find them, don't let them go. Okay.
Yeah, you do. When you find them, let them go. No matter. See, some people. This is the problem, right? And I'm gonna tell you this. I know it takes time. It takes time for people to heal, right? But people set a time on when they should get into that relationship when they get out of one. Here's the thing: you don't control that time. God controls that time. So when you get people in your life and you say you're not ready, and sometimes people put in your life, God might put in your life to prepare you to get ready. You just can't say, "Oh, I'm not ready." You just shut them out. God may put you in their life for you to just prepare while you're building a friendship, while you're building that foundation, because you're not going to start a relationship right away. They can be interested. You're like, "No, I just got a relationship. I will pass." But guess what? That's fine. That's a big joker walking around. That's the hardest card a person can ever play. A woman's gonna scoop him up quick, fast, in a hurry. You never have a chance again. So the thing is, yeah, God might put people in your life, like you said, at the wrong time, and when you're not ready. But sometimes it's to build that foundation. You just build the dirt. Let them stick around. Let them ease your pain, whatever, because they're gonna do the right thing, and you'll get over it, and you'll see why God put it in your life. The problem is, women, even men, sometimes, but I'm gonna say women, they overlook that. They going through pain is like, and they think about the past, but let that go because God puts somebody in your life that you can get you over the pain and get you to build a solid foundation and build something strong.
What if you are in a healing process? Think about this way. And God puts you in. What if somebody's going through the healing process, either him or her, and you're placed into their life or they're placed in your life? What if it's partially to help you with that healing process, to help you think differently and to work through things and see things from a different perspective and help pour into you while you're healing yourself? That's something that I don't think people think about often either. Like, if I meet a man who's going through some shit and I'm healthy and healed, and I see that he's going through something and he's able to pour into me and tell me what he's going through, I'm going to pour this good energy back. I'm going to try to uplift you and show you, like, you're worthy of being loved. You're worthy of being in a healthy situation.
So I got to answer that. You meet a man, you got this healthy heart, this man got this broken heart. So in the midst of meeting this man, the broken heart, it's going to pour his heart out to you at certain times, every day, whatever. So you help repair his heart, right? You actually did the construction. You helped him repair. So when he built his heart back to repair, and let's leave sex out of this, right? Hopefully that's not going on. Don't repair a heart with sex. Let's leave that shit out. But once you help him build a healthy heart, you actually building your man. God sent you there to help build him up, build a heart. You build him. So when you build that heart up, you gotta step back and look like, I'm gonna just let him go. It's the wrong thing for you to do because you build a healthy heart. You put it all back together. It's refreshed, refurbished, and everything. Did you build it for yourself? You might not knowingly you build it for yourself, but some people think like, oh, I'm gonna let it go. Maybe it's not for me, but you built it for somebody else. Take advantage of it when
Yeah.
it's coming to you because it's hard for a man to communicate his emotions, his feelings. Hence the word being vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because a man don't open up that often. So if he's vulnerable, you help him, they're gonna realize she was here for me for X, Y, and Z.
But that goes for the same thing in return with men. When us women open up to you and we're vulnerable about things that we've been through in our past, and we've talked to you about situations that have gone on, don't fucking turn around and do the same shit. Because that happens a lot. Like a woman will open up to a man about what he's been through, what she's been through, how she's been hurt. And then boom, there you go. Turn around and do the same shit that she just told you about.
But that's true. But here's the thing. Women are more emotional and sometimes open up. A lot of women don't open up though. And the women are like, the stereotype is that women are more emotional than men typically, even though to current times says different, whatever. But women are typically more emotional and women are more likely to open up than men. So when you have a man that actually opens up, because it's hard for us to open up because we have this stereotypical thing that we're masculine, we're tough, we're strong. When you get one to open up and you're allowed to repair his heart, take advantage because it's very rare that a real man will open up and show you that side of him. That's a door that he's open that rarely gets to be open.
Yeah.
Now, women, they're more emotional. So they open up more. Not saying that it's easy, but they're typically more emotional. You can open up. Man, we're so close, it's hard for us to open the door. So when we do open the door and open up to a woman, I mean, that's big. Period. I mean,
then you should read that comment that Walter said. He said she needs a ring right now.
oh, ring.
I agree, Walter. One day he will come. Somebody will come and replace this one. One day.
I'm gonna read this. What he said. That's why I listen to understand versus listen to respond. I think that's what people need to read right there, because when you talk to people and they be like, how you talk to somebody and you're arguing, and they be like, they about to cut you off because they're not really listening to what they say. They think about what they want to say, so they're gonna let you finish
the response.
They're not gonna comprehend. They like, okay, they blah blah blah, and then that never gets solved. So that's I like that. Walter said it. And this time, I'm coming to get you.
That's funny.
I'm coming for you.
As I say on my TikTok live, the application process is closed right now.
They keep them hugs ready, my lady.
You're terrible.
I got little vocals tonight. What y'all think in the audience? My shit is
Don't quit your day job. I mean your night job. Don't do that.
My day job? I'm gonna sing at night then. I sound better in the shower because it's an echo. I'm gonna do a whole goddamn album in the shower with the echo.
Oh Lord, don't do that. Please don't do that.
Hey Dave, if you're here, I'm gonna do a chorus for you. Dave, Dave makes some nice ass tracks, good music. Dame's pretty damn talented. Hey Dame, give me some auto tunes and everything. I can get it done.
Don't entertain that.
And no, Donna cannot call in to sing. Look at
Dave.
Dave was answering me on. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna fucking do it. But, hey, what we should do for the next show? I don't know. You got to approve of this because this is your decision. I'm gonna present it while we on live. We should have somebody, not reach out, put it out there. Somebody join us on the next show.
I agree. We need to have somebody come in and join us.
I guess you put that out there. You're on live on TikTok. Know who are joining us the next show, and don't be no fakers. Don't no ghosting. You ghosting motherfuckers. We don't trust you. We're not going to deal with you and put you on the fire.
Don't be a ghost.
We're not doing the ghosting, but for real people that want to be on the next show, I reach out. I want to have a conversation with 3 people.
Yeah, let's do it.
Outside the Life Grind crew, we want to get somebody outside of us. Come to the next show, Peak 22, and rock with us, have fun. Hold on a second. I'm being disrespected in the comments. My lyrics. She's telling Dame to help me with my lyrics. And I have lyrics. I have vocals, actually. You're a hater. I sing better than Donna, and we could do a show to prove it. What? Challenge. What? No.
Also, real quick, for those watching, October 6th, I want to talk about it now so people can prepare. We're going to Houston. We're going to go network in the streets. We're going to go do some live interviews. So anybody on that wants to go to Houston that week and come out and vibe with us and do some live interviews and, network just a little bit, let's do it.
Yeah, H-Town, October 6th, we're going to be doing, and we're going to be shooting a little bit of reality show down there. I don't think Jay, I told Jay, but I don't think she's going to play, but we're going to have reality show shooting down there.
I'm ready for people to be in my business just yet.
We can open up your business just yet, but we're going to be shooting live cameras. So this is the thing.
Yeah.
The live cameras is going to be down there. We're going to be shooting some stuff live. We're going to be shooting some footage. We make videos later. And I got my Vegas trip, though, and I told the guys I'm going to Vegas with, I'm shooting a lot of footage. So if you got anything that don't want to be seen, you better let me know. I put in a group message, nobody responded. So I'm going to Vegas, y'all, last week in August. And that reality show thing for my trip will be coming out. I'm not editing shit out. I'm supposed to be in there. I told the guys, no, you better say something. So if you guys go down there, they want to fuck a prostitute, it's going. I'm not going to shoot the whole thing like that. But they mess around with ugly shit.
I know you're going to the bunny ranch.
Like, this is what he messing with tonight, y'all, on Jay's reality show. I mean, I'm trying to do things authentic. I don't want to do, nothing's going to be written. We're not doing anything writing. This is going to be like raw footage, and this is what we deal with in daily life. I don't want to have to go through like, yo, you say this. I'm going to do some at work. It's going to be raw footage. It's not going to be edited. Nothing written. So what we're doing, and we're doing in Houston, it's not going to be done edited. It ain't be like, hey, Jay, you should say this for the thing. It's just going to be natural interaction, and it's going to be recording, and we're going to take some of the shit that we said and like, hey, Jay, we're going to put this out. What you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going to be dope. Y'all come out. Y'all part of it too. Dang, Mental Dog, October 6th. Yes. Come on out to Houston with us. Let's all vibe. Let's all have a good time. And
network.
And I ain't making y'all sign waivers. I'm telling you right now. It's the waiver. If you coming, we filming. It's a reality show. That's it. So just don't do nothing crazy. Just have a good time, y'all. And y'all hit Jay up. Jay's always on TikTok. If you're interested in being in the show, hit one of us up. Let us know. Next show, next date. Let's get it going, y'all. So
yep. So guys, just remember, the dating pool sucks. When you got somebody good, hold on to them. Hold on to them. Don't block your blessings.
Hold on, like En Vogue, y'all.
What'd you say?
Is it En Vogue to sing that song? Hold on, like En Vogue. Hold on to your love. Is it? Did I get that right? Did I fuck up?
Just stop.
Just stop. Hold on. I thought I said it right. Is it En Vogue? Hold on to. All right, fuck it. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in Pink 22. Hey, check us out next month.
We'll be back again.
We back here, y'all. Peace out. Good night, y'all.
Good night.